So this is part 2 of the video in which I will cede the floor to our new speaker, who's going to give a presentation of the, I'm just going to do it real quick, this is the total length of this spiral. And if you like, you can pause the video and read. There's a whole story about the spiral written. Without further ado, let's zoom in on this. Uh-oh. The zooming here is very fickle. I'm just going to make the pen white. Okay?
Okay.
And they tell us that that side length is 1. Alright, take it away. Be careful about the palm. That's what caused it to crash before.
1.
Okay.
And so we have our radius and the circumference over 4.
That's very organized. How did you think of that?
I wonder. The formula for the circumference is C. That didn't show up too well.
Sorry, if anyone's watching the video and they don't like it, we'll give them a full refund.
C is equal to 2r pi. That's my triple-legged pi again, for some reason.
Most people put the variable at the end. It's just a matter of style. Oh, and one thing you can do, if you press this thing, it zooms. So now we can see the whole picture. You see what I mean?
So this... Whoa. Okay, now apparently I'm writing in blue.
So what are we doing first?
So I know this is 1.
Yep.
So, and this is C over 4, so you have to plug 1 into this equation here. This one. And so you stick 1 in there, you get 2 pi, but then you have to divide it by 4, so you get 1/2 pi.
Yep. And which segment did we just do?
We just did...
You want to zoom in? Or are you going to do
this one right here.
that radius?
This radius.
And then the segment is that right
little
there?
piece.
I think probably we should zoom in here.
Yeah, we don't need the formula.
And keep track of it, because this is just like a good habit. There's no chance of you getting this wrong if you keep track.
Okay.
Once you've sorted out the knowledge the way that you've sorted it out so far. Okay, what's the next order of business?
We know that this is 2 here.
Okay, what's the center and what's the radius? Go ahead and identify those with the
This
the
is
pen.
the center.
Ah.
This is the radius here.
You call that an arc.
Sorry, this is the radius.
There we go. Alright, so how long is the radius?
The radius is 2.
How do you know exactly? Like, how would you prove it to a judge and jury?
What?
Like, how do you know, other than just visualizing it as 2, how would you know for certain that this radius right here is 2?
Because this one is 1 right here.
Which one?
This one.
That's 1. So specifically, we know that this distance was 1 to begin with. We were given that. And then whatever this distance is...
And then we added another 1 onto it, making...
is the same as that, right?
This.
And the reason why we know this is 1 is because both of these are radii of the same circle.
And this one is also one of the sides of the square.
Exactly. That's where we start. Okay, so now we agree that this length, up and down, up and down, up and down, is 2, same as that. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So what's the number?
That since the radius is 2, we'll plug 2 in there. So that'd be 4 pi, meaning we have a wonderful number called pi.
Pi.
Looks like the food.
What's next?
And now we have this to take care of.
Okay.
And this.
All right.
And
what's
that.
the radius?
3.
Okay. How do
So
you
I know that's 1. And
yeah, we're
this
just
is
adding
2.
1 to it, right?
6 pi. So that'd be 3 over 2. It would be 3 pi over 2.
Yep. Want to zoom out?
Yeah.
See, I'll let you practice the zooming out. There we go.
Moving it.
So, what arcs have we taken care of so far?
We have taken care of this one, and this one.
Okay. What's
And
next?
we're going to take care of this one right
Alright,
now.
what's the radius?
4.
Okay.
An awesome number called 4.
I'm noticing a pattern.
2 pi. I'm not actually.
Keep going then. Well, you only got 2 more segments to go, right?
True. Yeah. I have this one and this one to do left. Oops. Now the one that we're going to do is this one.
Okay.
And that is 5. So we just assume the next one's going to be 6.
There we go.
So 5, that'd be 10. 10 divided by 10 divided by 4 pi. 10 over 4 pi. And 10 over 4 pi. Let's see, divide by 2. That could be 5 over 2 pi.
Okay.
And our last and biggest one. This one right here. Looks like an egg. 6, so that'd be 12, so 3 pi.
Alright. What was the pattern that I noticed? You wonder.
They all have pies?
Oh, I mean, they're circles. So,
Quarter
ultimately, we need the length of the curve. So what does that mean?
Ultimately, we need to add those all.
So you're on the zoom thing.
Oh, true. So ultimately, we need to add those all up.
Okay. Any ideas? Or just roll up your sleeves and do it?
Do it.
Okay. Let me just show you this slick, super fancy thing that I noticed.
Okay.
The formula for a quarter circle is 1/2 pi r. Agreed? I mean, I'm just taking the circumference and dividing by 4, right? So we could just start with this formula, and you'll notice that everything on this column, on the right column, is just the radius divided by 2. But even so,
Oh, that's funny.
if I'm adding all the resulting circumferences, it's actually much easier to add the radii and then put it right there in that formula. Because I can do that.
Yeah.
And I'll show you the algebra behind that. If I have 1/2 pi r1 plus 1/2 pi r2 plus 1/2 pi r3. Now, of course, r1 is 1, r2. And then all the way down to 1/2 pi r6. How about, let's just factor the 1/2 pi out.
Okay.
Right? And let's add all the radii first.
Plus R3, plus R4, plus R5, plus R6, plus R7.
Right? Okay,
Plus R6.
in our example, it's 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. What's the smart way to add this up? I mean, you don't stare at it forever on a test, right? I mean,
True.
just like the smart way is this is 6, this is 9, 6 and 9, 15.
21.
15 and 6 is 21, so notice how as I added, I indicated what I added, right? right? I didn't want to duplicate
No.
anything. Anyway. Agreed?
Yes.
That better be one of the answers.
It is. It's A.
Okay.
And I think it's A.
And a lot of that stuff that
And it's A.
I showed you that stuff at the end just because it's nifty. Obviously, during the contest, you're not going to be like, oh, let me see if I can factor this.
Maybe this might be a faster way.
You just want to beeline to the answer, right?
Yeah.
And the best thing for you to do is just to add.
This is their fifth
Okay.
question.